To debate is the Children's Commissioner. The question is that the report of the Social Services Committee on the 2012-13 financial review of the Children's Commissioner be noted.
Mr. Chair.
Call Brendan Horan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for allowing me a call on the performance and current operations of the Children's Commissioner. The Commissioner, Dr. Russell Wills, in his annual report reminds us that his office has 4 priorities. 1, for more children to grow up healthy. 2, for children to grow up with access to adequate resources. 3, to achieve their educational potential. And 4, for more children to be free from all forms of neglect. And I would go further, sir, and say that each of these priorities should be for every child in New Zealand and should be a spur to action for this government. But as I learned from the Social Service Select Committee's report on the financial review of the Children's Commissioner, while Dr. Wills has done sterling work on child poverty, the government has failed to take any action on 55 of 78 recommendations. So rather than address the symptoms of poverty, we must act on the cause. Let's take an example and look at something as simple as weaning. Now, if a child is on the correct milk, the next stage is being weaned onto solid food. And if that solid food is highly artificial, sweet, preservative food, then that sets the template for life, the scourge of obesity and associated disease. So poverty seems to be increasing. In the United States, 145,000 workers at Kodak were put out of a job because of their industry's digitising of manufacturing and the industrial internet. So now companies such as Instagram that employ 30 people take the role in production, consumption and distribution that Kodak previously did. We are having a hollowing out of the world's middle class's ability to earn money. The industrial internet ushers in a completely new economic model. So where are the systems in place to serve middle-income families as they lose their occupations due to digitalisation, robotics and the industrial internet? Poverty is not just about money. Surely the issue is about creating pathways to prosperity, not just for children, but for existing workforces. As an independent member of Parliament, I believe safe children, safe whānau, safe society. And when we drill down that mantra, 3 pairs of words with one commonality: safe. Safe is the name of the game. Emotional safety, occupational safety, family or whānau safety, vocational safety, societal safety. Good, responsible governance and sustainability is paramount. Sir, people recognise that the only mobility out of poverty is education. So where are our educational systems? Intergenerational learning that starts pre-birth with the mother-to-be. Let's not hide behind the word poverty as many politicians and parliamentarians do. Poverty does not mean that you're unhappy. Poverty does not mean that you do not care for your children. Poverty doesn't mean that you cannot feed your children. But as a country, sir, we need to provide ladders and pathways to prosperity. Clear vocational pathways, clear educational pathways, clear health pathways. Life is about learning. We're on the brink of the greatest industrial revolution the world has seen. And if we have a safe society, then we have safe families, and therefore our children cannot be impoverished. But we need to plan and operate open and transparent processes. And when we empower the Children's Commissioner to report, surely we should heed those warnings. Surely we should adopt more than 29% of the Commissioner's recommendations that were adopted by the government. But most importantly, sir, let's be the safety net at the top of the cliff rather than the ambulance at the bottom. Let's tackle the cause. Let's set up ecosystems for healthy children. Free medical care for children under 13, great initiative, but it needs to start now, not in a year's time. Education and being a parent is critical and needs action now. Educational upgrades of parents, teachers, seniors, children, young people and existing workforces must become a priority. New skills and competencies give preparedness to existing workforces. Sir, we cannot continue to walk and stumble blindly into 2020. We need to prepare. And as an independent member of Parliament, I call on governments to take heed. With planning, preparedness, courage, conviction and action, poverty becomes redundant.
Order. Members, the question is that the report of the Social Services Committee on the 2012-13 financial review of the Children's Commissioner be noted. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I understand the next entity members wish to debate is Housing New Zealand Corporation. Their question is that the report of the